You are watching StimTV.
StimTV, yeah, that's the stuff. As you can see, we've got EGiNcontroL spawning as the red Protoss, facing off against none other than Destiny, spawning as the blue Zerg. I'm Tumba, and my co-caster for the evening, Simpatico.
Called it. The overlay is indeed wrong, so guys, that is not right. EGiNcontroL is actually up 3-2 right now. Do apologize about that. Should update in just a second right now. And yeah, dude, that is indeed the stuff. When I haven't casted for StimTV in a while, I start twitching and scratching my neck voraciously. I'm like, Tumba, we gotta get an event going, man. Gotta get my fix, dude. Come on.
Gotta get my StarCraft fix.
Test
of course,
bug.
yeah, right after this, I'm going to cut you off, and then you can get right back to Test Bug, because I have to plug real quick. We have great guests. We, of course, the Stimcast right after this, our weekly podcast. We will be featuring Feargorm from wellplayed.org, as well as Travis from TT Esports, community manager over there. I believe iGrok will be with us as usual, and you and me, of course. So,
Gonna be awesome, man.
everybody welcome.
I'm really excited to have Feargorm on the show, of course. I believe he's the founder of wellplayed.org. And,
CEO,
you know, awesome team.
CEO, son.
CEO,
son.
That's an awesome title. And so that's going to be really exciting to have him on. Very knowledgeable esports guy all around. You know, been around for a long time. Got some questions for him, some hard-hitting questions from him. I know Goes Who Trolling has some questions for him that he tweeted at me. Speaking of Twitter, follow us at StimTV on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on wellplayed.org, of course. Just /StimTV on all of those things, and you'll find us. And, yeah.
So I have to give a bit of an advantage on this map to Destiny, simply because I've seen so many games. I mean, think about it again, harkening back to Columbus. You had Losira versus Naniwa. Naniwa did everything right in that opener, got crushed. Of course, also July Zerg versus Kawikakai, otherwise known as Kiwikaki.
Lovingly known by the rest of the community.
Yeah, everybody else calls him Kiwikaki. I call him Kawikakai. But again, good at being crushed. So I don't know. Zergs tend to eat Protoss for lunch on this map. We'll see. Have to see exactly what EGiNcontroL comes up with to try to stop Destiny here. Well, but I think when EGiNcontrol's been setting the tone, he's been doing much better. You know, in the first game, he really tried to take his time and turtle the 3-base, and he got rolled. So,
and oh my gosh, this is not a solid wall here on Test Bug. That is really unfortunate. That
I'm telling you, man, he does it on purpose. Every game he has to let a ling in.
Zealot was well, yeah, but the Zealot was indeed on hold position, but that is not a solid wall off. I can't.
Every game.
Is that a miss? Like, did that building go? It looks like it's as close as it can get. That looks like it should be a solid wall off. I mean, this is an MLG standard map.
Don't tell anybody. I'm going to tell you a secret right now. Everybody go and try this. Nobody's figured it out. Zerglings can actually mineral walk. They can mineral walk right through there.
And look at this. This is the same. I think this is the same build we saw in Metalopolis. I could be completely wrong, but it looks like this. Seeing that second, those two gas, that very fast Twilight is one gate, and Cybernetics Core, Twilight Council. Let's see if he researches Blink. Not that short a distance though. It's definitely longer distance than Close Air is on Metalopolis. So it'll be interesting to see if it's effective with a little bit of a longer rush distance.
Dark Shrine going down, so he is going to go with the DT opening. Now it's critical that he doesn't get this scouted. Mind you, if he does, it's not necessarily game over. It does grant map control to an extent. The Zerg does have to prepare for DTs. He will have to go ahead and waste some drones, but it's not a huge impact. It's not a huge opportunity cost for Zerg to just handle that.
Yeah. And some Lings are going to try and get another run by, and I think one of them might be able to. Nope. Actually, that now looks like a solid wall up. I'm confused by that, man. I don't know. Like, and like I was saying, actually, is that, you know, this is an MLG standard map. Both these guys, you know, competing in MLG, they have practiced on this map pool.
Oh yeah, but what you have to understand is EGiNcontroL can screw up a wall off on MLG maps as well as regular Blizzard maps. So, you know,
is he really known for not?
Yes.
Really? Interesting. I had no idea, actually.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Well, I remember the Shakuras game in MLG against Losira.
It was comical. No, I have to reference again the NACL game with Moman. 2 in a row.
Oh, that one as well.
In a row. 2 in a row.
Ooh, Ling's going to get caught off guard here and taken out. EGiNcontroL going to be starting to lean on Destiny, but look at this. not taking any chances. 3 spine crawlers and a spore crawler at the front. I don't see EGiNcontroL being able to do anything with this small force. No reinforcement pylons here either. And I think this DT is going to be in for a bad surprise if he tries to get out of this natural.
Absolutely. You know, it's one of those things right now where I think that if EGiNcontroL goes ahead and lets Destiny free build, free drone, free macro, then he's in a lot of trouble if this gets past the 9-10 minute mark. It's going to become exponentially tougher for EGiNcontroL to go ahead and do anything.
Proof is in the pudding, man. I mean, game 1 and 2, we saw EGiNcontroL go massive macro games. You know, Forge fast expands, you know, really, and then getting a very fast third both games. And it just did not work out for him. And look at this. This is a ton of Lings gonna catch all of us off guard. And actually, the rocks go down, opening up more attack paths. Oh my gosh, those rocks going down at that time was absolutely clutch. And look at if he gets to get into the natural here, this might be a pretty quick GG out of EGiNcontroL. But no, gonna wall off quite nicely. Tumba, what up now with some DPs?
Hey, I don't know if that's a solid wall up yet. Those things may work.
Oh,
look, to the bank, to the bank, right back at you, Simpatico.
I was so happy.
Oh, look, they're into the main, too. Semi-purple membrane, a.k.a. EGiNcontroL, letting all kind of Lings in at the moment, so we're going to see exactly what happens. He's only got 2 in there. They're not going to do that much damage. I'm making it sound much more exciting than it really is.
I was so excited for a second. Oh, that was unfortunate. Both players looking at around the same amount of losses here, so both kind of just going tit for tat a little bit. I wouldn't call, you know, I reference some games as like a boxing match where they kind of just are slugging each other. Like the Ultimate Fighter Season 1, the first to finals of that. I think it was Stephen something, I forget his name. Stephen Bonnell's, of course, is Destiny, who we're casting right now for the Freudian slip. Kind of just going toe-to-toe and beating each other up. This seems like they're kind of tapping each other lightly a little bit and see what they can get done. But no one committing to too much just yet.
Little tap-tap-taparoo.
Little tappy-tap.
Tappy-tapperton.
It's sort of like when Artosis does like the tappy tap thing on Tasteless's shoulder. He's just like, or he tries to tickle him. That's kind of what they're doing right now.
Thought you liked the poke.
I do, dude. If we were right next to each other right now, I would be. I'm so excited to be casting these awesome players. I would totally do the 2-fingered poke on you, man.
Oh.
I would do it. I would do the Artosis poke.
Trolls,
Absolutely.
Feel free to go ahead and have at it with that one.
Go have at it, man.
Yep.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Third going down for Destiny here. In a little bit of a weird position. I don't know if this is more easily defendable, or maybe it's a bit of a ninja. I mean, generally Zerg try to expand away from their opponents, and he's kind of... I mean, you know what, though? This is nice in a way because there's only one real attack path on this path. Like, he can defend in the front of his natural and defend this ramp as well, kind of in the same attack path, whereas expanding away to this gold or the base right above it would open up a lot of attack paths. So actually, I do like expanding here.
Oh, actually, he is going to see this pylon. Such great map awareness out of Destiny. And right now, I think that Destiny would benefit from watching a little bit of what's going on in Korea. Dongregu, Losira, they're both taking very early golds. Now, of course, on this map, it's a bit of a different situation. But I feel like Zergs that take, and especially with, you know, Destiny loves to get that second base up, then he kind of delays a bit till he gets his third. I'd love to see him on like Metalopolis and different maps like that go ahead and take an early high yield, because there's not much Protoss can do against it. Really, it changed up the Protoss build completely. So Destiny may actually benefit from some of that Korean-style early high yield.
I was so close, man. It's Stephen Bonner that went up against Forrest Griffin.
That's why you had the...
It was Stephen Bonner,
slip.
which is pretty close, man. It's pretty close to Stephen Bonnell. So what up now? Yeah, getting back to what's actually important. EGiNcontroL going to start taking this the rocks at his gold here, and that's going to get denied by a bunch of roaches. I love these rocks. This is one thing I love about Testbug. These rocks do not... I think it's a little bit... It's not fair for Protoss and Zerg to not be able to plant expansions and then fly them over, and then, you know, Terrans can kill the rocks while planting the expansion, whereas Zerg and Protoss cannot. So I love these rocks. Nice little... boon. He could be planting this expansion and killing the rocks at the same time. course, if he does really want to win this game, he would kill his own Nexus.
All right, here's the deal. Yeah, Zerg at this point, I feel like EGiNcontroL has just left him alone too long.
Yeah.
And it's almost a fall out of your chair moment where Destiny can literally fall out of his chair and still win the game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at the supply.
Well, he also got caught really off guard here, letting his army get, caught by these roaches. High Templar getting caught as well out of position, completely undefended. And yeah, EGiNcontroL is just suffering so many losses right now. And a lot of that was the positioning. That was very positioning based, but you're also right in the sense that Destiny just has so much stuff. He could have kind of A-moved that a little bit.
Well, I mean, he let him sit there and do it though, and that becomes the problem. Is as far as Protoss timing go, how much do I sit back and defend and use cannons and my army back at my base, and how much do I have to put pressure on? And it's sort of knowing how much to go ahead and attack without overcommitting as well is a big thing. So it's a bit frustrating, I'm sure, for EGiNcontroL, but I think, as I said, if he didn't attack before that 8-9 minute mark, it's critical that you get in there around that 7-minute mark, or else the Zerg just becomes unstoppable, man. And look at this, Destiny ready to take the high yield.
Yeah. We've seen, like I was saying before, we saw this in game 1 and 2. This is basically this exact same thing that happened. It always seems that, and it's normal for Protoss to be a little bit behind in the food count, just because of how the race works. Slightly more expensive units. And all that, but the thing is, like, he's always pretty considerably behind when he goes, like, he's forcing these kind of macro games. He's always considerably.
Well, here's the thing: don't get if Darkin was in here, if Darkin led other casters in here, he'd tell you what I'd say right now. Don't get fancy. There's no need to get fancy. If the Blink Stalkers work, so be it. Use Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
I mean, Destiny, very good with Infestors. He uses them a whole lot. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the metagame in and of itself forces you to be a one-trick pony. So if you're going to go ahead and stick to a plan that works, stick to a plan
Oh my gosh, Destiny just neural parasited a High Templar and feed back the other ones, and now he's going to push in with all these roaches. That was absolutely huge out of Destiny.
Simpatico,
oh my gosh.
this has become a fall out of your chair moment. For
Can you explain
Destiny.
to those that might not know what a fall out of your chair situation is?
Fall out of your chair moment is you can literally fall out of your chair, and as long as you can reach up and kind of fist roll your keyboard and find the A button and knock your mouse over and kind of just send your army in the general direction of the Protoss, this is what happens. You still win.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a brutal engagement. Nice storms going down, doing quite a bit of damage to these roaches, but roaches are so hardy that those storms don't do all that much to them. I mean, of course they do a lot of damage, but here we go. This is going to be a pretty big engagement. A lot of Immortals not doing anything in the back there. I mean, they need to get up front and start shooting. They're not engaging, and only just now, and it's just going to be too much. Tied. I got my wish. We're going to a game number 7 in this best of 7.